Hey, I'm in, I don't know why, I'm near Sedvi Fortress in Lori province of Armenia, and I'm going to tell you that I have a problem with hospitality. Yeah, hate me. So, let me first clarify, I'm not insane. There are things I would prefer to hospitality, and there are things that I would prefer hospitality to. So if I had to make a list, my least preferable attitude people might have towards me is aggression. So, like, physical aggression would be the lowest point of my list. This is what I prefer the least. Then there would be verbal aggression, and then it would be hospitality. If you wanna me to continue the list, I will go on. So I would prefer, how to put it, like silent non-approval of me to hospitality. Then it's still not very nice, but it's okay. It's better than hospitality. Then the one I really like is just being indifferent to me. And the top one is essentially being indifferent to me, but if you like me personally, you like me personally. So there are two types of hospitality I encounter. One is I welcome you because you're a guest, and another one is I welcome you because you're a woman. So let me first address the guest hospitality. As I mentioned before, the top point in my list is being indifferent to me but liking me if you like me. That's the reason I have a problem with hospitality towards a guest. It's never hospitality towards me as a person, it's a hospitality towards my role as a guest. So what I mean is that people who are willing to embrace me in their arms and say nice things to me, they don't really like me because they don't know me. If they knew me, they would actually probably very much dislike me. In some cases, they might wanna eliminate me from the face of the earth. In some milder cases, they would maybe like to see me put in some mental hospital, because hospitality usually occurs in very conservative countries, and I'm not. And people who like me because I happened to arrive to their country and they happened to meet me, they wouldn't like me if they know me, they would hate me. And apart from this, okay, some maybe would not wouldn't hate me, but they would disapprove of me, of my lifestyle, or whatever, of my personality, of my life choices. But this is not the only issue I have. How to put it? Let me think for a while. I mean, I don't want to play a role. First, I don't like this role. I don't think it's honest. I don't think it's fair, because, like, I don't need all your stuff you can offer me, because actually I can offer you quite more usually, because I'm the one who gets to travel around with a fancy camera and spend my money, and you're sitting at home in some poor fucked up country. So no, I don't think you owe me anything. It might be the opposite. I might need your help, but I don't need you to overdo it. And I also don't want to play this role, because there are consequences to me playing this role. I have to be dishonest. I have to pretend that I like everything you say, I agree with you on every point you make. I cannot even express my opinion if it's negative on something that happened, let's say, to me in your country. I cannot say it because you will be so upset and so on. And I don't understand why you wanna play this role. Why? If there are so many easier options, so many honest options. Well, anyway, people still do that. And the second type of hospitality, which is like you're a woman, so I welcome you. I have a bigger problem with that. Because the first one usually leads to some awkward conversations and awkward moments and awkward hugs, unless on rare occasions people get to know me and then they dislike me and then they move to aggression. That's kind of a hint for me, like if you can move from being so welcoming and saying I'm a gift from God's, like because I'm a guest and you love me, and then you know something about me and you might turn to aggression, that's a hint there was something wrong in your behavior in the first place, in my opinion. But as I said, usually it doesn't lead to any violence of any sort, just mostly to awkwardness. The gendered hospitality it ruins everything for me. In every place I travel where it's a custom, where it's common. So first you have those protector type of guys who are warning you against some other guys who behave in the same way the guys who are trying to protect you do. So you would have a weird conversation where you meet a guy on the street and he asks for your name and you reluctantly give it, and they tell you yours, and now you know each other, and the second thing they start telling you is that why you're alone, it's dangerous, you shouldn't be alone. There are guys who would want to get to know you better. What the fuck? You're doing the same thing right now. Warn me against people who are going to beat at me while I'm walking along the road, while you did the same to meet me. It's just insane. And then this whole idea of strangers being I forgot the word. Being dangerous. Strangers being dangerous. I mean, that's kind of true, but it's this whole idea that once you know a person, it's not dangerous. Do you know somebody in this city? No, you don't. Oh, you should know somebody. Okay, you know someone. Cool. It's like everything is much better now. Everything is totally cool. And where or when do these people leave? I wasn't introduced to people whom I know in a foreign country by my butler or whatever. It was through the same communication I might have with anyone. It's not okay, I don't know anybody in, Yerevan, let's say. What's the problem? I just say hello to, a person who works in the shop and I know them. I ask for their name, I smile, and then I know them. Does it mean that the city became 1,000% safer for me? No, it didn't. It's just one person. So what's the concept of knowing somebody and then they're satisfied? The guys who offer to protect me and warn me against stuff, they're just immediately satisfied when I know them. Just kills me. Sorry, I got agitated. So, and there are other problems with that, because most of the time, of course, there is a sexual component in what they're doing. They wouldn't be picking up, I don't know, men or old women who actually need their help on the road, or they wouldn't be offering all the dinners and whatever they're usually offering to anybody. They're doing this to me because they like me, or they expect a foreigner to be a certain thing and they want that thing. And my least favorite thing in all this, that there is a sexual component, but they deny it for, I don't know for what. Probably it's like the fucking culture. But I would much prefer if they just said it out loud. They said, I want to fuck you. And I would either agree or not, and then it's done. It's done. We cut the crap. But no, I don't know, they probably afraid that I would reject, which I probably would. I would reject them. So they deny that. They deny everything. They insist that they're doing this because it's like longing in their soul, because it's their tradition, or they wouldn't feel okay if I was alone, and they wanted to show me their beautiful country, like feed me with their beautiful food, whatever. They tell all this, and they call me their sister, and they deny it, and then at some point they start like kissing my hand or trying to hug me in a personal way. Like, what the fuck? Why did you do that? It's just insane. So what do they expect? That out of some politeness or a sense of duty or a sense of that I owe them something, like, do they think I will shag them because they were so nice to me? Like, what the hell? And the worst thing is not even this, because you can always say fuck you like to them. You can always stop it. You can always walk away from them. But they ruin every day of my vacation. If I haven't managed to escape them, if I'm stuck with them for some reason, I don't know, they're on the same transport as I am, or they're just following me and then wouldn't leave me. They ruin everything because they just wouldn't understand. They just don't get why I travel. They always offer to go everywhere by car. They always offer to sit somewhere, to eat some fucking meat, to drink some fucking coffee. I can do all of it staying at home. I'm not like some monk. I live at a city. I have friends. I have a boyfriend. I have whatever. I can eat meat, all the meat I want. I can drink all the coffee, all the tea, all the wine, all the whatever I want, sitting at home. And I most definitely I can spend some weird time with weird men, with random weird men, creepy weird men at home. I don't need to spend money and time and to ask for vacation and cross borders and have stamps in my fucking passport to sit around with a creepy man. There are plenty of those where I live. So do they think they're so fucking special or whatever? And it just never stops. They really don't get it. They don't get that I don't want to like go to some fucking beautiful place and then spend 6 hours with you and go back. I don't need it in my life. If I die tomorrow, I'll be very happy if that was the last day of my life. I want to go out and I want to see the country. I want to talk to normal people. I want to maybe know about their life. I don't want to fucking chat with you over some meat. Come on. I want to see the surroundings. I want to hike in the mountains. I want to see some monasteries, like feed some cows, whatever. I don't want to do the same shit I can already do at home. So they just ruin it. And I don't know, the worst thing is it's not bad intentions. Like, if you tell them to fuck off, they take offense and you feel like shit. they were acting like shit in the first place. And again, the hint that stupid gentleman behavior is wrong is that they again like me as long as I play along, as long as I partake in their weird game of whatever, of cheating on their wives, because of course they all have wives and they tell me, and I can tell them about my boyfriend, but it doesn't matter because in the end they will try something sexual with me. It never, the rule never, the rule is never broken. It's always like this. So if I don't play along, it turns to aggression. It turns to aggression much more often than with the guest type of hospitality, obviously, and it becomes much more personal. So if I smile at you, creepy man, you're so happy, but if you learn something about me you don't like, or if I disagree with you at some point, or if I don't want to join you in whatever activity you might offer, then I'm a cunt, an ugly bitch, or whatever. That's how, and I know you might take a swing at me. That's how it ends. That's how it ends, unless I manage to escape earlier, or they just never know how to quit. They will just call you for like 2 years after you met, like for God knows what. So that was my point. So that turned into a rant. Well, to make things better for you, because I'm so nice and I want you to hate me. I mean, okay, you can hate me if you don't do anything to me. You can hate me all you like, but I also want you to see the place I'm sitting in, because now you kind of cancel. Let me grab the